And the steps for creating an algorithm are the same, no matter what the problem is. 3 steps: deconstruction, solving, and reconstruction. Let me put it another way for you that'll make a lot of sense. Anybody know what a bento box is? Yeah? Like, it's the coolest, most fun possible configuration of a lunchbox ever, right? With lots of imagination and lots of fun surprises and things. But bento boxes are notorious or known for having containers inside of containers, right? Where they have these little things you can take it apart, you open it up, and there's like a rice ball that's pink in the shape of Kirby or whatever, right? So what we do, if the bento box is our problem that we want to solve, the first thing you got to do before you eat all of those tasty things is you open up the box and you take it apart. You make it simpler. You can't eat a whole bento box like this, not really. So you take it apart. You take out the little boxes and you open them up, and eventually you have all of the pieces, all of the containers out. And then what you do, if you're me, you start with the thing that you like the least and you work your way toward the thing that you like the most, right? But there's another personality type, and that personality type is, I'm gonna eat the thing I like the most first and work my way toward the thing that I don't like, and maybe I just won't have room for that thing at the end, right? Yeah, you know who you are. Okay, so what we do is we work our way through and we solve these little problems, right? And presumably, if the problem is really complex to start with, if we can break it down and take every time we come to a problem, see, there's an algorithm for creating an algorithms, and that is every time you come to a problem that's too hard to solve or confusing or overwhelming, you see if you can break it down into something simpler. And eventually you get to things that you can handle on a bite-sized level. It is not that different than this, right? I can't do 31 times 48 in my head. I'm not that great at math. I know there are people who can out there. But if I see this problem and I don't have a calculator in front of me, I'm going to break it down into simpler steps. I'm going to say, I know what 8 times 1 is. I know what 8 times 3 is. I can write those down, and then I can do the addition. Simpler steps make it possible for me to do this problem. So if I break it down into simple steps and I solve the little steps, then when I'm done solving all the pieces, I just put it back together. And then the complex problem is now solved. So when we're talking about Amazon, right? The complex problem, how do I get Bill to buy more stuff, is broken down into simple steps. It says, what things has he clicked on? What things has he been searching for? What things has he purchased in the past? Those, because we know that buyer behavior is based on certain things. And so it's showing me things. It's showing me things that are related to it. Or, even these deals related to items that you've saved. So things on my wish list, new things that are maybe adjacent categories. Like Amazon knows that I have a swimming pool because I've bought pool chemicals from Amazon. So it's saying, here's a safety cover. How about that? Or would you like a vacuum to clean your pool? After this weather, yes. The answer is yes. I need a vacuum to clean my pool. So here are all kinds of things, right? That Amazon thinks, well, those are all owl lamps still for my wife, right? But she's very particular. Like she has a vision of what she wants the owl lamp to look like, and none of these are them. So the search continues.
I don't blame her because owl lamps are very particular. You want it to be that particular.
Yeah, this one right here, she's going to shoot me for saying this. She said this one looked too scared, and she didn't want it. So the owl looked too scared. I don't know.
I mean, it is a horned owl.
I didn't see it myself. I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. Like I like the colors and the silver with the green. But no, too scared. So anyway, I digress. If the complex problem of getting Bill to buy more stuff, you can't just come up with a simple answer to that. How do you get Bill to buy more stuff? But if you break it down into pieces, like what is Bill like? What is he into? What is he searching for? Then you can solve those problems. You can show me things that I like, or things related to what I've searched for. Or one of the early versions of this was accessories, right? In the early days of this kind of thinking, it was if you buy a mobile phone, and I have my best man at my wedding was one of the pioneers in this area for a company called Mobile Planet way back in the mid 90s. If you buy a phone, what are the accessories that go with that phone? So you want a charger, you want a case, whatever. So that was the start of this kind of thinking. And so it's solving those little problems that get you to the bigger problem. And when you put it back together, you have a complex answer.